Welcome to Comic Construction. Let's talk about the build, design, story, and art of the complete Golden Age Airboy and Valkyrie hardcover by Fred Kita, published by Canton Street Press in 2013. This book is a standard size hardcover at 7 5/8 by 10.5 inches. It has 136 pages. This is a very interesting book to review for several reasons. First, the construction is fantastic. The cover is a very thick board with a soft touch coating, and it's like very soft. It feels like you could squeeze the book. The binding is sewn, and the interior pages are a thick uncoated stock, which is perfect for comics of this vintage. The interior art is scanned rather than being restored. I love seeing old art restored, but there is a charm in seeing all of the dot patterns and everything, just the exact way people originally experienced this story. That topic leads to a debate between artistic intent and original presentation, but that's a larger topic than we're addressing today. This book has 10 stories in it. 8 of them are fantastic, and these are all the stories illustrated by Fred Kita. It's the first 8 throughout the book. His work is everything cool about this era of comics and comic strip art. It's somewhat naturalistic, but there is also cartooning going on in the work. As you can see, these Nazi officers have really exaggerated features. You get some really cartoony elements, but then you get this, this drawing of like Valkyrie up here that is pretty naturalistic, where the proportions are normal. It's really cool. I love that those two disparate styles can exist together. So the first story tells of Airboy and Valkyrie's first meeting, and how she ends up leaving the Nazis and becoming an ally. Through the other stories, we see how volatile the relationship between this pair is. Sometimes they're affectionate and working together brilliantly. Other times they are on opposite sides of a conflict, and that evokes strong feelings of dislike between Airboy and Valkyrie. It's a fun dynamic, and it often shows how Valkyrie's Nazi roots lead to her being easily manipulated by strong-willed people. It's an interesting story element that is still relevant today. All of these stories are very adventure oriented, so sometimes you get some supernatural elements, sometimes you get sci-fi. It's really cool. The last story in here is not illustrated by Kita or the original writer, so I don't find that one as good, but when you've got 9 really good stories and 1 okay story out of 10, that's a really good track record. Now we're going to talk about what I don't like about this book. And these are, in the greater scheme, tiny elements, right? I don't like that this main cover image is toned down. Here's the original, and it's so vibrant and beautiful. I don't know why the designer decided to tone that down for the cover. It's just so washed out. Then we get some very 2013 design elements, like this attempt to make the text look 3D, or that there's a glow at the top of this banner and then a drop shadow on the bottom. These are unnecessary elements, and they actually detract from the overall look of the book. Then on the back where these covers, you can also see that there's a drop shadow that falls onto the cover of the book underneath it. And then if we look at the table of contents, this page is really hard to read because of the text they chose, and then they decided to use like a very pale yellow, almost a cream color. And so because of that, they put a drop shadow on it, which makes it really hard to read. I'm guessing they wanted it to look like like a typewriter font, but it's just really difficult to read. But those are tiny complaints about an otherwise fantastic package. If you like adventure stories, definitely check out the complete Golden Age Airboy and Valkyrie. Thanks for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, and share with a friend.